What's happening? Good afternoon, Detroit, Big in Texas. What's going on, y'all? It's your host, Alicia. Hey, how y'all doing? I ain't got my hat on today. I did brush my hair. Ooh. Anyway, today, coffee talks. How y'all morning doing this morning? Mine was inspired. That's why today we're gonna talk about inspiration. Um, there is two questions that you have to deal with when you talk about inspiration. One, how to get inspired. And two, what gives you inspiration? Okay, so we're gonna touch bases on that. Again, this is just me kicking it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I sit back and I get inspired by the conversations I have with my mom. I get inspired by conversations I have with people that are on the level of that I want to be on. Basically, I want to level up. I want to have more out of life. And by me listening and watching the knowledge that people give me, I get inspired. So the one question, we're going to work on question number one, how to get inspiration or how to get inspired. When you think about inspiration, it's an epiphany or a over tremendous thought of something or some place or an action or feeling. It's a self thing again. It's an inspiration. When you think about inspiration, it's something that you sit up and you be like, okay, what are my goals? What's inspiring me to want to get up in the morning? What's inspiring me wanting to move around? What's inspiring me to be a better human, basically? You know what I'm saying? People have to understand that when you become inspired and you have inspiration, it's a overwhelming of thoughts, basically. You know, I'm not a professional knowledge person, none of that. I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? And I get inspired by a lot. I've been trying to do the YouTube thing for about a year now. I'm almost at the part where I can be monetized. Thank God. I promote myself. As well as work with a promoter. So things are slowly progressing, but they're doing a lot better than it was before. So that's another reason why I got how to get inspired. Sitting up talking and being around people can inspire you, especially ones that whose level you want to be on. If you want to be a Rockefeller or a Bill Gates or somebody like that, them people inspire you. Rosa Parks inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Martin Luther King inspiring and inspiration. Cicely Tyson, God rest her soul, she was inspiring. One of the first black women in the movie business. You know what I'm saying? It's inspiration everywhere. You got to sit up and calculate throughout the 24 hours of a day. What's going to inspire you out of them 24 hours? Now, if you inspire yourself to get up in the morning, put your clothes on, do your hair, get everything written down or get everything gathered together for whatever reasons and whatever things you want to do, that's an inspiration. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to be inspired, but it's hard to be inspirational. Oxymoron, I know it is, but coinky dink about that is how you get inspired is how you gain inspiration. Same thing. You know, like I was talking about self-love and self-confidence in my last video. It's basically the same thing. You can be self-inspired, you can get self-inspiration. If you read a book, you're inspired to read. Whatever you read in that book gives you inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a big YouTuber one day. I want to be so successful where I can send my mama $10,000. Here, go get you something nice. Well, here, I bought you a house. Here, I bought you a new car. I'm inspired to get that inspiration done. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you get to being inspired, or how you get to be having inspiration. Because it's possible. Everybody can be inspired. Everybody can have inspiration. It's if you believe. You have to believe. If you can believe in inspiration, you can believe that you can be inspired. You know what I'm saying? There is no expiration date on inspiration. There isn't. There's no expiration date on knowledge either. Knowledge is fundamental just like reading is fundamental. It's a bad thing when you lose your mind. If you don't have any inspiration in your life, it's like you're stuck. What makes you motivated? Motivation is inspiration also. If you're motivated to get up and go to your job, working 9 to 5, get up and go to your home-based job, working whatever hours you work, or go out here and sell this, go out and sell that, or rise up or rise low, it's all inspiring. It's simple. And to touch on number 2 is what gives you inspiration. It's self-determined. Whatever is going to inspire you will give you inspiration. And once you think about it, a flicker of light can inspire you and give you inspiration. The blinking of your eyes can inspire you and give you inspiration. I want to put lashes on. I'm inspired. I want to do my hair. I'm inspired. I want to learn how to do makeup and be able to do makeup on others. That's my inspiration. But it's self-determined if that inspiration is going to happen or not. It's tricky, but it really isn't. It's like Murphy's Law. It's inevitable. Whatever you do is inevitable. What's meant to be will be. Now, however you would get inspired by it or whatever inspiration comes out of it, it's self-determined. Self-belief, self-confidence, self-love. It all wraps up into one big kit and caboodle. Like I said once before in my videos, I went through a lot of turmoil recently in the last year. You know what I'm saying? It's been really tumultuous, moving from one state to another. I was inspired to come for change. And my inspiration was, I want to see the Kennedy Space Center. I want to see NASA. I want to go to Galveston Beach. I want to be around those that want the same thing I want. That's my inspiration. I want to make a lot of money and satisfy my curiosity of being wealthy. That's my inspiration. I'm inspired by that. There's no expiration date on that because I'm going to make that happen one day. Long as the Lord keep breathing life into my body and my body able to move, I will be inspired to look for my inspirations. People these days during this pandemic, it has really twisted a lot of inspirational things that people have had in their mind of what they wanted to do. But if you are a true hustler, a true go-getter, you'll be inspired by the littlest and minute things. Poquito. I don't know Spanish, but I know poquito. You know what I'm saying? And sitting and thinking about how they become wealthy, how to maintain wealth, how to capture the audience to build wealth is an inspiration. But it takes determination, willpower, and sacrifice to have that inspiration. Excuse me, man, y'all, my nose itch. But just coffee talks. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. The weirdest thing is how crazy some people's inspiration is. Now I'm a full figure woman, and I don't deny that not one bit. But I only get inspired walking around with my booty cheeks hanging out, or my boobs hanging out one side and hanging out on the other. I'm not inspired by that. That's not my inspiration. I don't want to be I don't want to be a model that every time you see me half naked with my booty cheeks hanging out, all the skin hanging out here, and lumps and bumps and dips and craters and all that showing. I'm not inspired by that. Now I would love to model clothing for full-figured women, pantsuits, dresses, skirts, short sets, something that'll cover up the skin. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm developing self-love for me, and my self-confidence is inspiring me to want to model clothing. I've been contacted by a few clothing vendors that want to collab with me, but I'm not inspired to pay you to rock your clothes. I'm not going to do that. No, we ain't going to do that. Mm-mm. I look nice in my own clothes. I don't really promote my clothing because, hey, Family Dollar is my store and Walmart too. Hey, I'm cool with that, but people forget that when you become inspired, you can change the outcome of your day, the outcome of your week, and in the long run, being inspired and having inspiration can change the outlook of your life, period. I'm inspired to work hard to get me a car. That's my number one goal right now, is to get a car and do it the right way. I won't go out here at one of these lemons or go to one of these little rinky dink dealerships and they give me something that I'm not really inspired to drive. People in Texas, oh my God, y'all cannot drive. I ain't even gonna lie. These Mexicanos, they cannot drive. They just as bad as the Arabics in Michigan. They don't know how to drive either. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't inspired to get behind the wheel of the car and ride behind half of these people. But my inspiration is to do it the right way. Show myself that I'm able to inspire someone else to rise above the bondage and the iniquities that they have for themselves. So that's what gives me the inspiration. What gives you inspiration? What makes you determined to inspire yourself or someone else? What inspiration comes from the thoughts and the attributes that you can get of somebody else? That's a question for yourself, you know what I'm saying? Now, whether you be the one to identify and answer that question, that's totally and utterly up to you. Because like self-confidence and self-love is all a self thing. It's self-determination, basically. Self-preservation, self-inspiration. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is so inspiring. And it gives out a lot of inspirational scriptures and for inspirational readings and teachings and texts, songs, The books of the Bible, the whole Bible is nothing but a Bible that consists of instructions. Bible is nothing but basic instructions before you leave Earth. That's Bible. That's the acronym Bible. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. Now, are you inspired? Is that inspirational to you? Do you see butterflies and birds chirping? Do you get inspired by that? I do. Because the relationship with God is inspiring to me. It gives me inspiration to know that I want something better by believing in something higher than myself and accomplishing things higher than myself. And manifesting these things, my inspiration becomes unlimited. Like they say, the sky's the limit. If you can touch it, you can reach it. If God bring you to it, He gonna bring you through it. And he's never going to leave you nor forsake you. He ain't never going to turn a blind eye to you. Whenever you think that he ain't listening and he ain't watching, that's when he got you riding on his side, carrying you through all your pain and turmoil. It took me a long time to understand what that meant. But it inspired me to try harder, to build a relationship with God, build a relationship with myself, believe in God, and believe more in myself. My next video is going to be about self-worth. Now that's going to be a kalinkadink, y'all. I'm telling you, that's going to be a heck of a video. Because we going to talk about self-worth. We gonna get down to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? I might not have a coffee when I do that video, but it's going to be a coffee talk. Stay tuned, though. You know, Detroit is getting bigger in Texas. I don't care what nobody say. I'm coming down here and I'm making my mental changes. That's inspirational to me. Now, ask yourself these two questions. How do you get inspired? And what gives you inspiration? That's your homework for today. Leave your answer in the comments. Tell me what you think. Say something nice. Or just say, hey, I'm proud of you. You working hard. You doing your thing. I support you. Make sure you subscribe. You leave a comment. You push that like button. You know that like button means something. That means that you pay attention. You know what I'm saying? You like what you hear. You know what I'm saying? Pass it on. That's inspirational right there. Deuces.